All right, so this is Algebra Review 1 on your summer work. And basically, what you're practicing in this exercise is how to solve an equation that has fractions in it. So let's take a look at number 10 right here. So this one has fractions in it. So the way that you're going to solve this is you're going to solve it by what they call clearing out the fractions, which means you're going to get rid of the fractions. Now, you could distribute this 1/2 and then deal with the fractions, but I think you'll find that when you do that, you're more apt to make a mistake. You're better off to clear out the fractions. So the way you clear out the fractions is you multiply every single term by a common denominator. So first of all, a term is defined as anything that's added or subtracted together. So the 7 is a term, this whole thing is a term, the 10 is a term, and this whole thing is a term. So we have 4 terms here. So if I take this whole equation, I'm going to multiply it by a common denominator, which in this case would be 10. Between the 5 and the 5 and the 2, my common denominator is 10. So now I'm going to multiply every single term by that 10. So 10 times 7 is 70, minus, now I only have to multiply this leading term here by the 10 because it's going to get multiplied by that anyway. So 10 times a half would be 5. And then I still have to say 5x minus 3. 10 times 10 is 100. Excuse me. 10 times 4/5 would be 40 over 5, which would be 8. And then 3 minus 4x. Excuse me. All right. So now what you're going to do is you're going to distribute your terms, and now you just have no fractions. So if you have fractions at this step, you've done something wrong here. You either multiplied wrong or you didn't use the greatest common denominator. So now let's go ahead and say 70 minus 25x plus 15. All I did here was distribute those, equals 100 minus 24 plus 32x. Again, all I did here was distribute those, remembering that a negative times a negative is a positive. Now I'm just going to combine all my like terms. So I have 70 and 15, which would be 85 minus 25x equals, I'm going to have 100 minus 24. So that's going to give me 76 plus 32x. And now I can add 25 to both sides. And I'm going to get 85 equals 76 plus 57x. And I can subtract 76 from both sides. And I'm going to get 57x equals 9. And I'm going to have, if I divide by 57, I'm going to get x equals 9 over 57. But I have to look at this fraction and see if I can reduce it. Well, it looks like I can divide by 3. So 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 5 once with 2 left over, so that'll be 19. So my final answer is x is 3 over 19. I hope this helps.